20th Century Limited for New York and Boston is now ready on track 14. All aboard! Attention please, the 20th Century Limited for New York and Boston is now ready on track 14. All aboard!
Pardon me. This is exciting, Robert. May I take your bag, sir? Madam. Why, thank you, Porto. It's very kind. And you're in?
Drawing room A, car 186.
I'll meet you there.
Good. Good.
Would you stop making faces? Nobody saw us on the train.
If my wife knew about this, she'd take every penny.
Would you stop worrying and try to relax? Just try to smile.
How do I look?
Like you've been electrocuted. May I help you with your bag, man?
Oh, no, thank you. It's very kind of you to offer, though. Very charitable. Do you read the Bible?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Well, then, here's $1 for you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Do you read it every day?
I have to admit I don't.
Then I'll take the $1 back.
Track 14, 20th Century, all aboard!
Wow. This looks nice and comfortable. And may I have your name, please?
My name? What for?
It's customary, sir, in case you get any telegrams.
Oh. Why, it's, I'm glad you asked me that, because I find that it's not something that generally gets...
Dr. Bruno Lockwood.
Right. And wife. Mrs. Dr. Lockwood. Mrs. Lockwood. I'm the doctor, she's the wife, we're married.
Thank you very much. That was very smooth, Grover. I'll never suspect a thing.
Are you crazy giving out my name?
I had to say something. You just stood there.
Oh God, my wife knew about this.
Why don't you talk about your wife some more, Grover? Or better still, you can pull up her picture and have a good cry.
You've got a lot of nerve, you pal Corsican.
I only asked to see your ticket.
And I told you to put them bags in drawing room A before I flatten you. Mr. Jaffe needs them.
But there's somebody in there already.
Then throw them out. They don't belong there, trust me.
Maybe there's a mistake or something. I'll go see.
I'll go with you.
All aboard!
Yes, who is it?
Where?
Just a minute. All right, come in.
Beg pardon, sir, but can I see your tickets?
Why, certainly.
What is it, Grover, darling?
Porter?
Gentleman here says it's his room.
It is not.
Oh, wait a second, huh? Well, tell me something. Do you lift weights, huh? Have you got any muscles on your bones?
Well, not really.
Then step outside, we'll sell this like real men.
Grover, he's drunk. I can smell it from here.
That's a lie. Not a drop has touched these lips in over 10 minutes.
I'll call the conductor.
Fine, call the conductor. Call the whole damn orchestra. I'll take care of you and that alleged squaw of yours later.
That's a gentleman there.
All right, I'll attend to him. What seems to be the trouble, young man?
Young man? You call me a young man? I'll have to give you a kiss for that one.
Get away from me! Now listen here.
No, you listen, General. There's a pair of Falturla does in Georgia May, and I got you now, Mr. Jaffe.
Do you mean Oscar Jaffe, the theatrical man?
The Earthshaker himself? I'm his press agent. Now let's have some action.
May I see your ticket?
How many times do I gotta go over this?
I ain't got a ticket. Then I'm afraid you're out of luck. Mr. Jaffe or no Mr. Jaffe?
Listen, you keep this up, I'll eat the buttons off your coat.
Oh, and is everything all fixed?
No, diplomacy ain't working. This is Miss Ada Webb, Jaffe's general manager, to fix her up. I had to fix him up.
Now listen, you.
Oh, and what's the problem?
Oscar wants her met. There's somebody in there already, and he won't throw him out.
Why brunette?
I have no idea. Oscar says it's life and death.
I see. Right. Conductor, take a telegram.
A telegram?
To Mr. A.L. Johnson, Vice President, New York Central Line. My dear Al, I'm having some trouble getting proper service on the century in charge of conductor. What's your name?
Listen, Miss Webb.
Speak up.
There's no use wiring anybody about this. I'm perfectly willing to give Mr. Jaffe every consideration. You see, I've carried Mr. Jaffe before, but you'll have to make your own arrangements with the people in A.
Happy to, conductor. Who is in it?
Dr. and Mrs. Lockwood.
Dr. and Mrs. Hell. It's Romeo and Juliet about the blood test.
Come on, Owen.
Oh, what now?
Open the door!
Okay, Brad, I'll give everything away. What's the idea of this continual intrusion?
Are you Dr. Lockwood?
Yes, who are you?
And is this lady here Mrs. Lockwood?
Conductor, I'm beginning to feel persecuted.
I'll be right back.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna call his real wife and have a chat, the poor little thing.
Just a minute, please wait.
On the other hand, we don't really want to cause any trouble now, do we, Owen?
Not me. I hate conflict.
Listen, Doctor, I got 2 tickets here. An upper and lower 2 carts ahead. The difference in price is $15 in your favor. We'll call it 20. Here you are.
What?
I strongly advise you to take it.
Wait.
There'll be no more questions. Are you going to stand for this, Grover?
That'll be alright, honey, come on.
But Grover!
Don't argue with me. Porter, bring the bags.
Yes, sir.
Bye, honey. Okay, we got the room. Now we need his Oscar.
I'd like to know what he'd ever do without us.
I'm glad you fixed the train. Now why don't you fix one of his plays?
Joan of Arc.
Oh,
Was his biggest turkey yet.
I didn't know whether to watch it or stuff it and serve it with cranberries.
That's 3 flops in a row. We haven't had a hit since Lily left him. I told him Joan of Arc wouldn't run a week. Right to his face, I told him. I said, people don't want to see some dame in an iron petticoat. Hey, you said you weren't going to take a drink on this train.
I conquered my willpower.
Come in.
Excuse me?
You again.
Wait! Porter said, is it true with Oscar Jaffe, the producer?
That's right.
Well, I've written a play.
Oy vey.
Would you show it to him when he arrives? I really appreciate it.
I don't think Mr. Jaffe would be very interested right now.
Oh, he'll be interested in this play, I guarantee it. It's unique. It's about Joan of Arc. Listen, you gotta admit, you owe me a favor, right? I'll tell you what. I'll come back later. Then you can decide, okay? All right?
Fine, I'll come back later.
Thanks, fellow thespians.
Repent, for the time is at hand. Take my hand, take me to the promised land.
Last call, all aboard, last call.
Oh my God! Just a minute, hold the conductor, stop!
What's the matter?
You can't start the train yet, Mr. Jaffe isn't on board.
Sorry, ma'am, this train waits for no man. Not while I'm alive.
Sounds like a solution to me.
Oh, and do something!
Where's the emergency rope?
You can't touch that.
There it is!
Grab it,
Stop
Owen.
that right now!
Hey, John!
You can argue all night if you want to. This train starts right now. It's on time.
Owen, Ida, get me a porter! I want a porter this instant!
My God. The earth shaker's on board.
Sorry for the trouble. Conductor Porter, come with me.
Hello, Maestro. Welcome to the Titanic.
Here's your porter, Oscar.
How do you do, young woman? It's a pleasure to be riding on your magnificent railroad. Now open this door.
I'm afraid that's against the rules, sir.
Ida, have you got $5?
No.
Liar. Just give it to her. I'll reimburse you.
He can pay you back with tickets for Joan of Arc.
Go ahead, porter. It's all right.
It's empty.
Yes, sir.
Wasn't it reserved?
Yes, sir. But maybe the party's getting on at Englewood. Lots of them do.
And when do we arrive at Englewood? Pray tell.
About 10 minutes.
Good. And thank you, porter. You may go. Owen, where are the flowers?
What flowers?
I specifically told you to bank drum room B with gardenias. I sent word to the box office.
The box office? What would I be doing around there? With 16 process servers lying in ambush for us? I can get arrested all by myself, thank you.
You'll have to stop drinking, Owen. You're no good to me this way. It's discouraging. Ida, wire Maurice the florist in Toledo and tell him to send all the gardenias he has to this card. I want a card with a message. Let me think. To the little lady of the snows. No, I used that one last time. Just a minute. From the grave of someone you loved yesterday. How's that?
That's nice and cheerful.
It's perfect. Why can't I get a few playwrights to write like that?
You did, that's why we're out of money.
Owen, go order lunch. I'm famished.
Sounds packed.
Well, tell them it's for me. See that they put me by myself at a very large table.
If you want privacy, why don't you travel in a balloon?
What's Darnell O'Malley drinking again? Is it a woman?
Yeah, it's a woman, Joan of Arc.
Do you know what I was thinking on my way to the train? I was thinking of all my 68 productions, the most beautiful was Joan of Arc. I cried like a baby at every performance.
So did I, but for a different reason.
That fire effect I did at the end, pure genius.
So was the disappearing act where he made the audience vanish.
Well, I liked it.
I'm glad, because we lost $74,000 on it.
Oh, God. What a magnificent failure. If I'm a genius, Ida, it's because of my failures. Always remember that.
I'll put it on a sign, and you can wear it on the street corners. I'm a genius. Please feed me. Now listen, Oscar. This train from Chicago to New York takes 16 hours. We arrive at the Grand Central tomorrow at 9, and the bank opens at 10.
Don't worry me about money right now. Do you mind?
Oscar, if we don't find some cash by tomorrow, they're going to take the Jaffe Theater. And I'm not kidding.
They wouldn't dare.
They issued a writ on Friday.
And who do you think is behind all that, huh? I'll tell you who.
Boss.
Max Jacobs, that so-called producer. The cheap little crook I picked out of the gutter. I gave him life and he betrayed me. Don't you remember? When I fired him, he said he'd have his revenge.
Oscar, it's not Max Jacobs. It's the banks. All of the banks. They got together last week.
They did, huh? Well, I'll tell you something, Ida. Skies were never bluer. Who do you think is getting on that train at Englewood? I'll give you a hint. She's an old friend of ours. She has rich, sable hair, sparkling eyes. She's 5'6" with a splendid figure. And if she ever fell into a swamp with a starving crocodile, she'd strangle him, turn him inside out, and make him into a purse with matching shoes.
Lily Garden.
Right.
She's coming back with us.
You bet she is. Starring in my next production. Back in the fold where she belongs.
Oh my god, that's the best news I've heard in years.
I knew you'd like it.
You know, when you and Lily split, I never opened my app. But I just knew you were cutting your throat.
So you thought I was through, eh? Well, I'll tell you, that's when I'm at my best, my girl. With my back against the wall, disaster staring me in the face. Henry VIII, the Bride of Baghdad, Chaim Pipik. They have me down, but I'm like a prize fighter, up at the count of 9. Can he get to his feet? He staggers for a moment. Can he recover? Then he swings with the fury of a wounded lion.
I'll tell you one thing. When those banks see her name on a contract, they'll be giving us money. We can write our own ticket. She's the biggest draw in the country.
And now we have compartments next to each other. That's why I need a drawing room at.
Ah, so that was it.
Now, here's my plan. I want you to bump into Lily, accidentally, and tell her I have in hand the most unbelievable new play with a part that fits her like a glove. Half devil, half woman. The greatest part ever to be put on stage.
Wow, what's the play?
I have no idea. Now I'll have to find someone who can write it. Remind me to find out if Bertolt Brecht is available.
Oscar.
Or that new chap, Noel Coward. We could add music.
Oscar.
Or Ibsen. Find out if he's still alive.
Oscar! Have you got Lily under contract or not?
Don't get technical on me, Ida.
But it's the contract that will make all the difference.
Ah, she'll sign for me. I created her.
Was she glad to see you at least?
See me when? I haven't seen her in years.
Oscar, oh my god!
Would you stop worrying? I'll get her signed up. And remember, I never closed the iron door on her.
Oscar, listen to me. Would you just listen? The banks will not stop foreclosing on your assets until they see her name on a contract, signed in black and white.
I understand that. Which is why you will bump into Lily accidentally and tell her I'm on the train. She'll be ecstatic, but she'll try to hide it. And tell her the part in question is promised to Loretta Young. And she hates her. It's Loretta she caught me kissing. It broke her heart.
Loretta Young.
I told her that from Shirley Temple was our child.
She's gonna be pretty snooty after the hit she's made.
What hit?
The movies.
She'll never be any good in the movies.
What are you talking about? She won a gold statue.
What gold statue?
A gold statue some academy gives out every year for best performance. They're calling her another Marlena Dietrich.
That's impossible. She can't be any good in the movies. She's got a face like a soft-shell crab. It took me 4 years to make her look vaguely human.
Well, listen, Oscar, as long as this Lily Garland thing is indefinite, I've got something to suggest. I got a telegram this morning from Max Jacobs.
Looking for a job, I suppose.
Max wired me of his own accord.
I forbid you to ever mention the name Max Jacobs to me again. That's final. Besides, his real name is Mandelbaum. Max Mandelbaum. He started out selling heroin on 34th Street till they arrested him for unclean practices. I fired him for stealing.
Oscar, you fired him because of Carmen.
Who's Carmen?
Carmen, the opera you produced together, you insisted on putting a real bull on stage.
He was a magnificent animal.
He fell into the orchestra pit. They had to shoot him in front of the audience.
That was tragic.
You had him ground up into hamburgers.
I was trying to salvage our investment.
That's not the point. The point is Max disagreed with you.
The point is, what does Max Jacobs know about the theater?
Enough to produce 3 straight hits in a row while you've been laying one egg after another? Now that's just bad.
I've had enough of your treachery. Get out of my sight!
Just listen to the wire.
You've shown your true colors. Now get out! You're fired! You're like Brutus in the marketplace, stabbing the only man who was ever good to you. Go to Mandelbaum and sell herring together.
Oscar!
Out! 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 You traitor! I closed the iron door on you!
It was just awful. I hardly knew what was happening. I was just sitting, reading a magazine. And all of a sudden, I felt something hit me in the back of the head.
Did you see anyone go by?
No. But when I took my hat off, the sticker was like, look.
Repent, for the time is at hand.
Cast them on. There's hundreds of them, all over the train.
I'm sure who's ever doing it means no harm.
Maybe, or he could be some crackpot with a gun.
Lord, I certainly hope not.
I just don't understand it, Doctor. First the drawing room, now this. It just isn't fair.
I can assure you, madam, it's just a coincidence. Unless that Jeffy and his crew have something to do with it, I wouldn't put it past them.
Doctor, look.
I'll bet she did it.
That wouldn't surprise me in the least. All right, my good woman, now you've gone too far.
I beg your pardon?
Now you know what I'm talking about, huh? Then what's that in your hat?
Keep your hands off of me!
Give me that!
What the hell is going on here?
You're going right through this train with soap and a pail of hot water, and you're going to wash every single one of those stickers down.
Repent, for the time is at hand. God, you're nuttier than a fruitcake. What would I be doing with stickers? I've got enough trouble.
Conductor! Somebody just went through the dining car this minute and stuck them all on the windows.
Did you see him?
No, sir. Just the back of her. She's headed towards the caboose.
Come on, she won't get away with it this time. Sorry, madam. In case you're not thinking. This time.
He closed the iron door.
Hey, boss, Rosetta.
Miss Webb is no longer with us. There are only 2 musketeers left now. But we'll fight all the harder, like Damon and Pythias, Robin Hood and Little John, Sherlock Holmes and the slightly drunken Dr. Watson. Now, take out your pad and sit down. First, I want you to wire all the dramatic editors in New York and tell them that I closed Joan of Arc as a gesture.
A gesture of what?
Of defiance. Because the play was unworthy of me.
Shows what I know. I thought it was because the play stank.
You have no soul, Owen. There were beautiful moments in that play.
I'm sure you're right. I saw it at a disadvantage. My seat was facing the stage.
That's Ida, coming to beg for my forgiveness. Tell her to go.
Mr. Jaffe?
Yes?
How do you do? I'm Dr. Lockwood.
Did you send for a doctor, Owen?
No, I'm here in a private capacity. I have written a play especially for you, sir. I call it Joan of Arc. You see, by day I may be a doctor, but at night, alone in my bedroom, using nothing but a simple pen, I explore my inner reaches.
I don't even want to think about that.
When you read it, you must. It's magnificent. I've taken a whole new approach to the subject. You see, I've given Joan a friend. A strong, dedicated man she can rely on. The kind of man every girl dreams of. A doctor.
Give it to my secretary. I'll read it later.
Take good care of it. It's the only copy in the world.
Oh, I'll memorize it, Doc.
Don't be funny, Owen. The play is a sacred trust. It is the earth on which the rest of us grow.
Thank you, Mr. Jaffe.
You're welcome. Now, if you don't mind, I'm very busy. Flush that thing down the toilet, Owen. Owen, did you read that telegram from Max Jacobs?
I sure did.
What did it say?
He wants you to direct a new play. He said he'd give you 10%.
Give me? Give me? The man is in an opium stupor. He takes drugs. I never told you that part. He's a drug addict. Take a wire, Owen. To Max Jacobs, named Mandelbaum. I have it on good authority that you carry more diseases on your body than are believed to exist in the rest of the world.
It'll never get through.
All right, start again. Dear Max, you are the foulest, most vile, putrid piece of trash that ever walked this earth. And I say that with all due respect. In reply to your impudent offer, I'm holding open your old job as office boy, figuring you will need it when even the part of the public that enjoys filth in the theater has become nauseated beyond endurance by your degenerate offerings.
That'll teach him not to point.
Englewood, now arriving. Englewood, Illinois.
Oh, and she's getting on here. Lily Garland.
Lily's back?
I've tried for years to tear her out of my brain, but I failed. She's in here, eating at my heart like some gray rat. Owen, when I love a woman, it never goes. It never dies. The only way I can breathe again is to get her back. Make her pay for what she's done to me.
If she doesn't throw her arms around you the minute she sees you, she's a bigger fool than I ever thought she was.
O'Malley, once in a blue moon, you say just the right thing. We've stopped.
Englewood.
Let's go to the platform and watch her get on. Shh. We've got to be invisible.
My God. Another compartment, another lonely room. No one cares if I'm Lily Garland! All they want is more of me. More. I could be a rag doll or an animal in a circus. What do they care? Oh God, I'm so tired.
You poor thing.
Why do I do it, George? It's not for the money. I despise money. I despise all those trappings, those baubles, those symbols of emptiness. Where's my valise?
The porter said he'll be right in.
All of my jewelry is in there.
Lily, it's fine.
The necklace that Louis Mayer gave me. The tiara.
Lily?
I put you in charge of the luggage, you blockhead. That jewelry's worth a fortune.
Lily, I have your jewelry right here. I kept it separate.
Oh, George, don't ever scare me like that again. It's not the money I care about. You know that, George. It's because I grew up poor and frightened, all alone like some orphan in the rain.
Well, you're doing all right now. Just look at this place. It's like a fancy French chapeau. By the way, I've got that new contract with Paramount.
Oh, I'm so glad you mentioned that. I want it changed. I want $80,000 for the next picture. 50 is ridiculous.
But you signed it already.
I don't care what I signed. You're not just my suitor, you're my agent now, so fix it. If they say no, let them go to hell. My public wants me back on Broadway anyhow.
Broadway? That's peanuts. Forget about acting. You're a star. I know what's best for my little girl.
Oh, George, when I'm in New York, I'll miss you terribly.
Really?
One last kiss before you go, my darling. I'll be dreaming about your arms, holding me every night, your little head on the pillow.
Lily, you don't have to dream. I'm coming with you.
What?
I'm coming.
What are you talking about?
I've decided to come with you.
George, you'll do as I tell you and get off right now.
And leave you alone in New York with all those men? Not a chance.
George. Oh, George, we're moving! Get up, quick!
No!
Jump, just do as I tell you!
Look, it's too late. The doors will be locked.
Then jump out the window! Oh, this is fine, this is. You seem to forget entirely that I'm paying you 10% of my earnings, as if I needed an agent. Thousands of dollars for doing absolutely nothing. And you take them, you worm.
Go on, keep it up. I like seeing your true colors.
Oh, George, please, I can't stand fighting. You can still get off at the next stop. For me, darling.
Lily, you're cooling off. I can tell.
That's not true. Darling, I adore you. I've nothing in the world but you. What else is there? Fame, success, empty words, empty gestures.
Would you stop acting?
I beg your pardon?
I can always tell when you're acting. You repeat things. Empty words, empty gestures. Those baubles, those symbols. It sets up a kind of a rhythm.
How dare you second guess me? How dare you?
See what I mean? How dare you? How dare you?
Hello, you peculiar witch. That's the baby Bernhard.
Well, son of a gun, the foul foreskin himself. Who let you on this train?
Do you know all the trouble you caused around this gondola the last half hour? We're torn to shreds.
Who's we?
Guess.
My God, is Oscar on the train?
Rule of Corporal's returning from Moscow. His head bloody, but still undied.
Jaffe's here? Oscar Jaffe? I should have guessed it. That's why you wanted me to get off the train, so you could cuddle up together.
Oh, don't be an idiot. I had no idea he was on the train.
Are you gonna see him? Huh? Tell me the truth.
See him? Do you think I'm out of my mind? Thank God you told me. I'm not stepping out of this room till we get to New York. I swear to God, I swear to God. That man belittled me and tortured me for 6 years. He went around telling everybody, where would Lily Garland be without the great Oscar Jaffe? Well, I think I showed him. Right to the top of the ladder, kid, and going up. Ha!
Ha! Hi, Lily.
Ida, you too, huh?
Are you coming back into the fold with us?
Is she what?
Coming back.
2 words. Rhymes with slumming hack.
Oh yeah? Well, so does humming sack.
Did Jaffe tell you to come in here?
Don't fly off the handle, Lily, but confidentially, I'm not with Jaffe anymore. I just wanted to tip you off something. Ooh, can we talk in front of Einstein here?
Listen, you can get the hell out of here. That's what you can do.
George, behave yourself and be quiet.
Listen, Lily, Oscar's broke. They're taking his theater away from him.
Really?
They've got him over a barrel with his pants down.
That's quite an image.
I'm afraid he's going to do the Dutch act.
Kill himself?
No. Point his finger at his head and click his tongue.
Is he doing that again? You know, doing himself in is an old habit of his.
Remember that night he was going to kill himself and you stayed up all night trying to talk him out of it?
Well, we all make mistakes.
Seriously, you're his last hope. If you don't come to his rescue, it's curtains for him.
I would rather drop dead where I'm standing than ever do another play for him. Now go back and tell that fake Bengali that I wouldn't wipe my feet on him if he was starving. And I hope to God he is.
And she means every word of that. There wasn't a single double repeat in the entire speech.
Oh, George, shut up.
Lily, you can't just turn your back on him. He made you.
He what?
You know it's true. You were begging for a job and he taught you how to walk and talk and...
Get out of here! George, throw them out!
Glad.
Watch it, you.
You know, I thought you were a bigger woman than this, Lily, but I see I was deeply mistaken.
Get out! Get out! Get out! Ugh! Why did they do this to me? What do they think I'm made of? Iron? Hammering and hammering at me wherever I go. All of them tearing at my nerves. All I want is a little peace. Oh my God. I'm having a breakdown. I'm all hot. I can feel it coming on. I won't be good for anything and you'll all starve. You'll all starve.
Lily, calm down. Now listen to me. I want the simple, honest truth about you and Jackie. Has he ever been your paramour?
My paramour?
Have you ever been with him?
I know what paramour means, you idiot. George, on my mother's grave, Oscar Jaffe has never laid a finger on me.
I don't believe you.
George, why must you aggravate me?
Because I hate him with other men. It makes me nuts.
Oh, well, I don't know what I see in you. Either you bore me to death or you're so jealous you drive me crazy.
In other words, you don't love me at all. I'm just a rag doll you can drag around. A piece of paper you can tear up.
Oh, my precious, forgive me. Please forgive me. I adore you so much.
Then tell me the truth about Jaffe. Please.
It is the truth. I told you about all of my exes, every one of them. The acrobat who tried doing everything upside down. He almost killed me. The monk with the black hood and the candles. Even the clown with the huge hands. Oh, the clown was hard to confess. And now you think I'm just a wanton, a country wench. Oh, forgive me, darling. Please don't look down on me.
Look down on you? Oh, Lily, your honesty is the only thing that saved our love. This will be the last time I'll ever ask, I promise. Has Jaffe ever touched you as a woman?
Never. I swear to God.
Oh, thank God, thank God, thank God.
The first time I was with Lily Garland was the greatest night of my life. I remember it like it was yesterday. Oh, now what'd she say? Tell me everything.
You know her? She screamed like a banshee.
Good sign. Shows the battery isn't dead yet. You didn't make her feel necessary, did you?
Not at all.
Good. Now for a little surprise. I'm gonna sweep her off her feet.
Oh, my darling, my darling.
You're so beautiful, so gentle.
My God. Did you hear that? Who is that man?
That's her agent.
I think he's negotiating. And you believe it? That trollop, that baggage, messing around with boys after what she's had. I always knew she'd head for the gutter. Get me Ida right away.
You want her back?
Get her back this instant! Ida!
Oh my God! I wouldn't have believed it.
What?
The woman that's been putting those stickers up? It's Miss Clark, the little lady indeed. This telegram from her nephew. It says that Clark escaped from some asylum someplace. She's some sort of religious nut and does this sort of thing all the time. Used to be the president of some big company. They'll pick her up at Toledo, accept no checks.
I just saw her walking out toward the dining car.
Come on, we'll take her into custody.
Wait, there she is. She's coming this way.
All right, keep calm, cool and quiet. She could be dangerous. Excuse me, are you Myrtle Clark?
Yes,
All
sir.
right, Jane, grab her.
I got her! Please, this isn't necessary!
Oh, it isn't, huh? What's the idea behind all those stickers?
Oh dear, I'm so ashamed.
You nearly had the passengers in a panic. The time is in hand.
We were worried about a wreck.
No, that's awful.
Why'd you do it?
Well, you see, I feel so strongly about the spiritual aspect of our lives. I get this urge to save people. Sometimes it's overwhelming.
Well, how do you feel now?
I'm perfectly normal now, I assure you.
Got a telegram here from your nephew. Says you escaped from some asylum.
A sanitarium, sir, for some rest, and it was very wrong of me. But you see, I'm on my way to New York for this big pharmaceutical convention. That's my line. Laxo for tablets, they keep you moving. They sure do. I'm the president of the company. Please, let me pay for what I've done.
Oh, no thank you, ma'am. We don't want your money. I'm sorry you've got this problem, though.
Thank you. You can trust me. It's over now. Here's the rest of the stickers.
Thank you, ma'am. You better be getting back to your room now. I'll make sure you're taken care of.
Thank you. You are good people. I only wish I could feed you on loaves and fishes. Conductor.
Take out your pencil, Ida. We're going to draw up a contract between Oscar Jaffe and Lily Garland. Incidentally, I want you to know that I took you back on account of your aging mother.
She's dead.
Your father, then. There's no need making the innocent suffer.
Thanks, Oscar.
Draw up the contract in legal form. We're going to give her a car to go to and from the theater, catering on matinee days.
Oscar, at the risk of losing my job again, I have to tell you, I think this is getting us nowhere. What we need is a play. She won't sign a contract until we have one, something she can read.
Oh, I'll find a play.
Where? You of all people know you can't just pull a play out of a hat. Not a real play.
I was born under the sign of Sagittarius. That's the archer. It means I find things. Drop the contract, Ida.
Come in.
Excuse me, please.
Maestro, it's you! I recognize you from the pictures.
No longer busy.
You are genius. You are greatest theater man in all of world. I can kneel at your feet.
Let her stay, Ida. I turn away no one. What is it you wish, my dear?
Herr Maestro, this is great honor. My friends in the back
We'll be so jealous. Maybe you have seen us sometime, yeah? On the stage?
Oh, not actors.
Yeah, actors. We are belonging to their passion play in Germany.
Oh my God, of course, the Oberammergau players. I should have recognized you. They're an institution, Ida, the purest branch of theater in the world. They've been putting on the passion play for centuries.
Yeah.
I'm glad to meet you.
They're the only true actors we have left, not like our cheap Broadway hams. These people are consecrated to their art from infancy. For hundreds of years, they've made the name Oberammergau famous. Must have started in...
The 1633.
And what part do you play?
I am their Madonna.
I'm honored. Wait!
What?
Oscar.
Be quiet. I've got it.
That what?
Sit down now. Please, sit down. It's an inspiration. At the 11th hour, my back against the wall.
What the hell are you talking about?
The Passion Play, the greatest drama in the world, with Lily Garland as the Magdalene. Oh my God, it's perfect. At last, I've got a play worthy of me. Sign her up. Wait, is the whole troupe on board?
Yeah, we've got all 10.
Sign them up immediately.
May I see you alone, Oscar?
Not now.
Just for a minute. I'm sorry, could you leave us now?
Ida, stop. Are you crazy?
Never mind who's crazy.
Ida, what are you doing?
Oscar, you can't sign her up. I won't let you.
Ida, this woman is an artist. Apologize this instant.
Oscar, please, you may not think so, but I'm more than just your manager. I'm your best friend on earth, and this is crazy. You'll lose everything, Oscar, please.
Easy, old girl. She gets emotional.
Oscar, I can't let you get mixed up with this phony art.
The problem with you, Ida, is you don't know what's happened to the theater public in the last few years. Well, I'll tell you. I've had my ear to the ground. People are tired of the same old thing. Humdrum pedestrian lives played out in boring little rooms. Either it's constipated people sipping gin and tonic through their overbites, or a bunch of hillbillies crying to each other about their stinking crops. But I'm going to give them something colossal, something new, magnificent. It'll make history. Something that has never been done in this country before. I can see it now, in lights over Times Square. Oberammergau on Broadway.
I don't know about this, ma'am. I think I'd rather you stay back in your room.
Well, you see, conductor, I was just in my room reading the Bible, but the print is too small and slight, so I thought I'd see if you had a magazine.
Well, of course, Pam. There's one right here. Why don't you take it back to your room?
I think I'll just stay here if you don't mind.
Well, I guess. But if you start feeling funny, just call me.
Thank you, I will.
Grover, how could you demean yourself and even talk to that man?
He's a famous producer. It was a chance in a million. Look who's coming.
Oh no.
Hi, how are you?
If it ain't Shakespeare himself, and Annie Hathaway.
Mr. Jackson have that play yet?
I think he has, not you mentioned.
Really? What does he think? Did you like it?
He hasn't told me yet, but I know he's always wanted to produce 2 plays in a row about Joan of Arc.
Oh my God, I feel so close. Listen, do me a favor. I know this sounds a bit unorthodox, but tell him that if he does a play on Broadway, I'll throw in free surgery for the whole cast. I do gallbladders, prostates.
Well now, that could just make all the difference.
Oh, Anita, I feel inspired. Come on, I'm gonna write a whole new play tonight about theater people like Mr. O'Malley and Mr. Jaffe. Generous, big-hearted troopers who give people like me a chance.
And what happens after the dream sequence?
Listen, I got a message from the earthshaker. He wants you to find him a Bible.
Bible? Where am I supposed to find a Bible in this big jalopy?
I have no idea, but he says it's life and death.
Life and death. You'd say that about a ham sandwich who's hungry. I'll do some looking.
Good magazine.
Yes, it is.
I'm one of their biggest advertisers.
No kidding.
Of course, I'd prefer the newspapers if I could reconcile my conscience for Sunday advertising.
What's your line?
Household remedies and pharmaceuticals. Laxo fruit tablets, they keep you moving. I'm the president of the company.
Well, isn't that something? I don't suppose the remedy business was hit much by the depression.
Oh, no. We've been sailing right along. In fact, profits have doubled.
Okay.
I My company is so flooded with cash at the moment. I'm looking for something to invest in. Do you have any ideas? Well, have you ever thought about investing in the theater?
The theater. Yes, no one ever loses any money in the theater.
There ain't a Bible this side of Buffalo.
We'll keep looking. I need to plunder a copy for extra scenes. However, we can't delay. Troops are lining up before Waterloo.
What's the program, Napoleon?
Step 1. Eliminate the boyfriend. Here. Tie this in back.
How'd you hurt your wing?
I didn't. It's a little strategy in case the young ruffian in there turns violent. You'd never hit a wounded man. How do I look? Wounded. Good. Hold the fort. I gotta go break a human heart.
I've always wanted a real house with a garden and a cookie jar and a roof. Oh God, it's you.
Jeff. Hello, Lily. I heard you were on the train, so I stopped in to say hello.
Please go, Oscar. I have nothing to say to you.
Oh, man, at least meet your friend. How young he looks. Are you adopting him?
George, this is Oscar Jaffe, worm extraordinaire.
I wouldn't snigger if I were you. She'll be calling you names in no time.
Listen, Jaffe, I'm warning you right now. Don't bother Miss Garland, and I mean it.
No violence, George.
I want him to get out.
My arm! Be careful, it's broken.
Good. I'll break the other one.
I can see why you like him. He's rather prehistoric, like one of those green dinosaurs with the very small heads.
You take that back.
Oh, my arm! My arm!
Stop it! Stop it, both of you! Oh, that would really finish me, a public fight. You'd like nothing better than flashing our names on the front pages.
Let him throw me out, Lily. It'll be the final irony. I welcome it.
Good. Then get out. You have no rights in here.
No rights. He doesn't know about us?
Shut up, Oscar, and leave.
No. I must explain my position to this young man. You see, Lily and I were involved once. It was, I confess, one of the greatest romances of all time. George, you should have seen her.
Oh my God.
She was remarkable, inventive.
I don't want to hear
I
it.
saw she was trained in a circus.
Oscar, stop it! Oh, you can never stand to see anything sweet and decent in my life. You had to come in here and laugh.
Glad. Is that what you call it? I'm proud of every moment we spent together.
So you were lying to me. Right to my face. With every breath.
Don't start hammering at me. Hammering and hammering. I can't stand it. Oh my God.
Comforter, sir. That's your privilege.
I tried to save you the pain. Yes, I lied, but only to save you.
That's me, Sappho.
Get out!
Lily, how could you?
Darling, I hate him. He means nothing to me. The dirt beneath my feet. George, darling, look at me.
What exit? Not a word. That's the exit we should have had in Gypsy Heart in the second act.
Oh, go crawl back under your stone or whatever it is you came from. There's nothing left for me to do but kill myself. Nothing left at all.
I wouldn't do it yet. I've got a wonderful surprise for you. Don't go away. I'll be right back. Oh, I've just played a scene that Puccini might have written for La Boheme. Now, where's Ida with that contract? I need that contract. I've got Lily in the perfect mood, and it's time to strike. Come on, quickly.
Are you still in love with him?
I hate him. And I hate you. I despise all men.
Were you really involved?
Of course we were, you idiot! I starred in 8 of his productions. We shared a house together. What do you think we did? Play mahjong?
Then why did you lie to me? Swearing on your love and honor. What a fake you are!
I'm a fake? Me? You've been catting around Hollywood since the day you arrived. But you're a man and I'm a woman. So I'm supposed to be chaste and pure? Do you want to know something? I never told you the truth in my life. I lied about all of them.
There was no clown.
There were 2 clowns, and the acrobat had chicken.
God, and you wanted my respect.
Oh, who cares about your respect? big to be respected. The men I've known have understood that.
Men you've known, like Jaffe.
Yes, Jaffe, he'll tell you what I am. A first-class passenger entitled to privileges.
Oh, you're an artist.
You're damn right I am.
You're no woman. You're some kind of pet monkey full of tricks and vanities.
Oh, shut up, George, you bore me to death.
I came in here to forgive you, to give you another chance, but I'll see you down before I ever speak to you again.
My last 2 words to you are, I hate you, I despise you, now get out of my life! I throw you away! Oh God, I'm so sick of myself.
When I find Ida, I'm gonna wring her neck. I need that contract.
I don't know where else to look. She must be hiding in some compartment.
Well, go look again. Start at the engine and work back. Did you find a Bible yet?
No, not yet.
Well, look for that too. Now, get going.
Yes, sir.
What do you want, Scorpion?
If it makes you feel any better to call me names, go ahead, please.
Oscar, you're the most horrible excuse for a human being that ever walked on 2 legs.
Is this about your friend George? Because if he'd been a real man, he would have taken you in his arms. It was a chance to show his true love. And what did he do? He walked out with the clenched look of a Puritan with diarrhea.
Your philosophy of love doesn't interest me, Mr. Jaffe.
My love for you blinded me. That was always the problem between us as producer and artist.
Oh, that's what it was it? How about your name in electric lights, bigger than everybody else's? Your grand illusions that you were Shakespeare, Cardinal Richelieu, and the Grand Lama of Tibet all rolled into one?
You're right.
I am?
I admit it. We do get wiser as we get older. I never appreciated your true greatness until I lost you. That last argument we had about percentages. God. How small and cheap I was.
Remember those quotes you told the papers when I threatened to leave? Miss Garland is progressing nicely. Of course, I taught her everything she knows. It was like training an old Cocker Spaniel who thinks very slowly.
Oh, God, I was despicable.
I knew it.
And I knew you knew it. I can't believe I let you get
We
away.
let each other get away.
We had so much going for us. Looks, money, fame. Or maybe that was the problem. Maybe we would have been all right together if we lived on a farm somewhere and grown potatoes.
I could have worn a polka dot dress and slapped the hogs.
Slop.
Right. I could have scrubbed the South 40, then milked the steers.
You were never much of a country girl, were you?
We should have tried it, though. We may not have argued as much.
We never really argued.
Oh, please. Do you remember that time I played head-a-gabber? I took an axe off the wall and tried to attack you in the wings. Then I chased you down 45th Street.
Or that time I broke your finger?
That was an accident. You were putting up a picture and I was holding the nail. The hammer slipped.
No, it didn't. It was deliberate. I was angry at you from the night before.
What happened the night before?
We were at the Roosevelt party. You wouldn't dance with me.
Because you were kissing that woman when you thought I wasn't looking. What was her name? Teddy's cousin. Eleanor.
I wonder what happened here.
We don't know anything about love, do we? Unless it's written and rehearsed. We're only real between curtains.
I could cut my throat for losing you.
If you did, grease paint would run out of it.
I paid for it 1,000 times. When I saw that movie of yours,
Did you like it?
I wanted to vomit. All your talent, wasted, Lily.
Well, you'll be interested to know that it's a great success. The critics said I was marvelous and it's superb. Here, if you don't believe me, look.
What's this?
It's an Academy Award. They're thinking of calling it the Oscar.
God forbid.
Read what it says.
The Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Science, Best Actress. Good God, Lily, it's pathetic. Don't fall for this sort of thing. You deserve better. God, the direction of that movie, it was despicable. And the lighting. Don't you remember how I always brought the lights on you every time you came on stage? You became radiant. People left the theater feeling spiritual.
Listen, Oscar, if all this adagio is preliminary to a contract offer, you can save your breath.
Who said anything about contracts? Shame on you, Lily.
Oscar, you'd do anything to get my name on a contract, and you know it. But I can't blame you. I do sell a lot of tickets.
That statue must have done this to you. I haven't come here with any contracts. I'm not Max Jacobs. I came in here with a dream. A dream we both had long ago. The part we planned was the climax to your career. The last golden stare. The great courtesan.
Oh my God. So that's the big surprise you have for me? Another role where I make the great sacrifice. Offer my broken body to the villain for my brother's life.
You didn't do badly with Anna Christie, or Roxanne, or Cleopatra. And now I'm talking about the greatest woman who ever lived. Just her memory has kept this world weeping for centuries. The Magdalene. Mary Magdalene? The wanton prostitute saved by Jesus Christ himself? The fallen woman whom he rescues from a life of filth and who must then witness his heartbreaking crucifixion at the hands of their enemies.
Who wrote it?
God wrote it.
I mean, who wrote the play?
No one knows. It's been done in the little town of Oberammergau for centuries. You see, I'm going to put the Passion Play on in New York. I've had it up my sleeve for years, waiting for the right moment. The wickedest woman of her age, sensual, heartless, and beautiful, corrupting everything she touches, running the gamut from the gutter to glory. And you see her, Lily? This little wanton ending up in tears at the foot of the cross. Wait, I have an idea. I'll have Judas strangle himself with her hair.
No, wait. Why not have Judas drink the poison that was intended for Mary?
That's an inspiration.
Then he dies in agony as she stands over him and watches. Die, thou wicked creature!
Really, that's it. You have it. Oh, I see the whole thing. I see the Magdalene as a fine, aristocratic woman with folds of silk framing her forehead. Then, after being heartbroken by someone she loves, she goes down into the depths. Oh, I'm gonna make it my greatest production ever. I brought over an entire troop from New York. I flew to Nuremberg to find them. Lily, I've run the figures. If this play runs 5 years, I won't make a cent. You can have all the money. I only want to stag in New York. I'll have a desert scene, real camels, and sand from the Holy Land. I'll have a banquet that you give to your lover in the second act. Pontius Pilate, governor of Judea. You have your slaves all around you, and you're covered in emeralds from head to foot, without a stitch of clothing underneath. Pontius, why do you stare at me? Have you not seen my gems before? Your skin is like porcelain, almost transparent in its fineness. Think of Michelangelo the Pieta. Pilate begs you to marry him, and you laugh in his face, despising all men for what they did to you. Your cruel, terrible laughter rings through the palace and makes his blood run cold. My blood, it's cold! But that's nothing compared to the finish, where you stand in rags in the anteroom, and the Emperor Nero himself offers you half his empire. And you answer him with a speech that may be the greatest piece of literature ever written, with the sun pouring down on you, transfigured with love and sacrifice. Never, you cry, never will I betray the love and trust of he who loves and trusts us all. Nero cringes, you push him away. And the last we see of you, my darling, as the curtain falls, is the pathetic little figure in the distance selling olives in the marketplace. Olives, 3 for a drop, olives. What is it? Lily.
Coming in here with real camels and sand from the Holy Land? You're a scream. You're going to put on the Passion Play? You have $100 to your name.
I can raise every penny.
Yes, and I know just how you intend to raise it. Get my name on a contract and peddle it. Well, no thank you. I'm through being your meal ticket.
You're at liberty to call up any one of my banks in the morning.
Your bets. Do you mean the ones that are taking your theater away from you?
That's a lie. You've been listening to my enemies.
I've been listening to Miss Ida Webb, your loyal business manager, who came in here with some sob story about you committing suicide unless I took pity on you.
She did it. She wouldn't.
She told me everything. She said you don't have a dime. You're broke. Busted.
It was revenge. I fired her for stealing.
Oh, shut up.
She had a private Swiss bank account under the name Eric von
I've
Stroheim.
had enough of your lies.
I'm offering you the chance to become immortal.
Thank you. But I decided to stay mortal with the real producer.
Who?
He sent me the contract this morning.
Who is it?
Max Jacobs. Does that ring a bell?
Max Jacobs.
Read the papers tomorrow morning.
You can't sign with me. He's a thief. He's an animal.
Oh, Oscar.
I caught him in the men's room with my secretary and a small dog.
Oscar!
He's illiterate. He can hardly write his own name.
He writes it all right on checks. Great big checks, too.
Oh, it's money. That's all you want. Just another greedy ham. If I jingled a few miserable dollars at you, your mouth would begin to water, and you'd start drooling and squealing.
That's right, Oscar. Now get out before I have the porter throw you off the train.
Look out if you get thrown off a train, traveling with a gigolo.
Get out of here, you swindler! You fake!
Stop that, you cheap little shop girl.
Get out! Get out! Get out!
I'll show the whole world who's a fake. You are!
Liar!
I made you!
Liar!
I taught you everything you know!
Liar!
Your voice, your walk, even your name, Lily Garland! I gave you that! If there's a God in heaven, you'll end up where you belong, in a burlesque house, Miss Mildred Plotka! Where's Ida? Where's that traitor Webb? I'm gonna strangle her with my bare hands, so help me God!
Oscar,
You traitor! You miserable Matahari!
Oscar, would you listen? Do you have any idea who I've got outside with me? Myrtle Clark, the patent medicine queen. I've talked her into financing the passion play from a religious angle. You can write your own ticket, she has millions.
Where is she?
Right outside. Shall I bring her in?
Yes, hurry it up!
Come in, Mrs. Clark. Myrtle Clark, this is Oscar Jaffe.
How do you do, ma'am?
Miss Webb has told me all about you. It's so unusual to find a man of your profession so interested in religion. What is your denomination, Mr. Jaffe?
My denomination? Of course, my denomination. Ma'am, I'm proud to say that I'm a Baptist.
Hallelujah!
Hallelujah!
I want all those telegrams on the wire the moment the train stops. The passion play is in production.
I'll file them in Cleveland. Is that all?
No, my good man. I haven't begun yet.
I'll have to get some more blanks.
Please do, and please hurry. It's a matter of life and death.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and how much money did we ask Mrs. Clark to start us with?
300,000 potatoes.
I should have said 350,000. Go get her, Owen. She took me by surprise. It was the artist in me that spoke, not the businessman.
I wouldn't bear down too soon, Oscar. That's a big bag of money.
It seems like nothing to me. Mere confetti that I scatter in the wind like dust.
Oscar.
But perhaps you're right. Mrs. Clark impressed me in being something of a dreamer.
She's got me baffled. She twitters away like some dithering saint.
I've always attracted that kind of woman. They respond to something spiritual in me. Wait! Oh, I forgot to tell Lily about the money. Lily, I have good news. No, not just good. Spectacular news.
How dare you come in if you're a guest?
Stop it. We had a few words. So what? I accept your apology.
My apology? Why you?
Would you listen to me? The passion play now is a backer. Ida found her. She's the president of the Clark Rainey Pharmaceuticals. And she's worth a fortune.
Oh, Oscar, please.
It's true. She's some religious fanatic, knows the Bible forwards and backwards. And she's writing us a check as a first installment, just to get us started.
Oscar, is this true?
Yes, I swear in my mother's grave.
Your mother's not dead.
That's not the point. Look, you can hear me, Mrs. Clark. You can ask her yourself. You can ask her anything.
Why does this sound fishy to me? Like an Oscar Jaffe special?
For God's sakes, woman, do you want to be in the play or not?
Yes, of course I do. From what you said, it could be the best thing we ever did together. But Oscar...
What? What Oscar? What's the problem?
Oscar, you know that I would walk through fire to meet another truly great production with you.
Oh.
That the best times of my life were being in the theater next to you. doing something that truly mattered. But then I think how many times you made me promises you never kept, you never intended to keep.
How can you say that? I intended to keep every one of them, and I bent over backwards to make them happen, just for you. Medea, your finest hour. Desdemona, you were a goddess. Sacagawea. It was a mistake, I admit, but this time, Lily, it's a dead certainty. Now, are you with me or not? Yes or no?
Yes, Oscar, I'm with you.
Heart and soul?
Heart and soul.
Now, fix yourself up. You'll look at this. Prepare that face and find yourself a decent dress. I want to introduce Myrtle Clark to the great Lily Garland. Be alluring, difficult, winsome, impossible. In other words, be yourself.
I've got the blanks now.
Good, we'll resume. This next telegram goes to John Ringling of the Ringling Brothers Circus. Oh, and you'll have to find the address immediately. Dear John, I'm in the market for 25 camels, 4 elephants, and an ibis. That's the royal bird of Egypt. Wire me your rock-bottom price. Oscar Jaffe. He'll be a little miffed, but I'm going to cable the Berlin Zoo for their lions. They have the best specimens. We'll need about 10 or 12. Make a note, Owen.
Where are you going to house these monsters?
I'm going to construct a little zoo off the green room. I'm going to rebuild the theater to make it resemble a grotto. Oh, and do you remember the name of the Sultan of Turkey?
Not offhand. Who's he going to play?
I don't want him. I want his dervishes, the whirling ones. We'll need a dozen. Remind me to take the matter up with the Turkish and Arabian consuls. How many sheep did I order?
20.
Change that to read 50. We don't want to stint. We must have a complete flock. Now, take a wire to Richard Strauss.
The composer?
No, Richard Strauss the plumber. Yes, of course the composer. The greatest of the century. He's in New York at the moment, so we're in luck. Dear Richard, need you to write score for Passion Play. The one with Christ in it. Want it to sound like Salome, but not so much French horn this time. Meet me for lunch at the Palm Court on Thursday. Oscar Jaffe.
The little lamb is at the gate.
Stop the tomfoolery, Owen, and let her in. And conductor, you may go now, but hold yourself in readiness.
Yes, sir.
Maestro, I'm finding first part of manuscript. Der second part is missing, but I can tell you what happens. Der Christus dies, and then he floats up to heaven with their singing angels. In Germany, we use ropes and pulleys.
Just leave me what you've got and keep looking. It's in German, I see.
Yeah, but I can translate. I speak their English linguistics as good as the German. Maestro, you don't have supper with us, yeah? We've got Knopfwurst.
Just run along, I'll send for you soon.
Auf Wiedersehen.
They're gonna be a sensation in New York. Pure artists.
Joan of Lorraine, witch incarnate, I condemn thee and thy doctor to the flames of hellfire.
Who is that?
I have no idea.
Oh, and go get Lily and bring her in.
I'll be right back.
Mrs. Clark is coming with her Bible and a big fat check.
Perfect.
Hey, Lily, are you ready yet?
You give me a minute, you no good creep! I'm moving as fast as I can so you can go to hell!
She purred like a pussycat. She'll be right in.
Come in, madam, please. Sit down.
Thank you.
Mrs. Webb tells me you have a Bible you can loan me.
He knows it by heart, practically.
The Bible. What can I say? There's nobody writing dialogue like this anymore. Of the tree of knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat, for upon the day that thou eat of it, thou shalt die. No wonder they call him God.
Lily will be alone in jiffy.
Who is Lily?
Lily Garland, an actress I'm considering for one of the parts.
Is she a professional actress?
Of course.
Well, I don't think that'll do. I wouldn't want the passion play contaminated by any woman like that.
Nor would I, Mrs. Clark. The religious flavor must come over in a bath of glory. But I don't need to remind you the kind of woman the Magdalene was.
Oh, is the Magdalene going to be in the play? She's not one of my favorite characters.
Nor mine, of course. But the moment you see Miss Garland, you'll realize at once that the part of the Magdalene might have been written for her. It's an opportunity we cannot cast aside lightly.
There she blows.
Hello, Lily, welcome.
Dear lovely Lily.
I'm afraid you caught me quite unawares. I haven't even had a moment to change.
No matter, Lily. You turn this wretched little room into a palace. Allow me, the great Miss Garland, Mrs. Myrtle Clark.
How do you do, madam? It's a great pleasure.
Won't you sit down, my child?
Thank you. I just came for a moment.
I guess you know who this is, Lily? The Clark Brady people. Biggest pill manufacturers in the world.
Shall I ring for some ginger ale, my dear? None of us ever touch anything in the way of liquor. It's against the rules of my organization.
Nothing for me, thank you.
You don't look at all as I expected.
Nor do you. I expected some hard-boiled old business executive, and you. You have the look of an artist about you, a creative light of passion shining from your eyes. I'm overwhelmed.
Thank you.
And now I hear that you're joining us in that humble yet valiant little effort we call the theater.
Well, all I'm really doing is investing some money. I brought along the check.
Show it to her. $300,000, Lily.
Jesus!
Is the subject of the play. That's correct, Lily.
Of course he is. And what a man! He's my favorite character in all of fiction.
Well, there it is, Lily. You can count the zeros.
Oh, Mrs. Clark, what a beautiful gesture.
Well, as I was saying before, that's only a starter.
If anyone had told me an hour ago that I would be sitting here like this, discussing art and culture with a woman of vision like yourself, I would have peed myself.
You might want to take a glance at this, Lily. It's a little contract I've drawn for you to sign. It covers the terms of our agreement.
We'd like to have you with us very much, Miss Garland.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you.
May I take a look at that agreement for a minute?
After Miss Garland has signed it, you may read it.
Well, no, I'm pretty good at contracts, Mr. Jaffe.
This is not a business transaction. It's an obeisance to a lovely woman and a great artist.
Thank you, Oscar. It's just like old times, isn't it?
Would you like to sign it now, my dear?
I think I'll just read it first, if you don't mind. I'm delighted to know you, Mrs. Clark. It's a great honor.
I hope I haven't been too boring.
Oh no, very fascinating, charming. I look forward to our association. And above all, I look forward to working on a theatrical drama set in the Holy Land, the land of spirit, the land of my youth. I grew up there, you see, and played in the sand along the Danube. I used to ride camels, sitting high on their divine little humps, eating figs and dromedaries. And do you know, when I touched the land, I could feel the anguish of Christ himself when he looked down, bleeding from the cross, and said to the Pharaoh, "Let my people go!"
Goodbye, my dear.
You've made me very happy.
And you, I.
She seems like a very holy woman, a bit confused, but holy.
I think you made quite an impression on her. For Christ's sake, Ida, have a sign put on that door not to be disturbed. Oh, it's you. Come in.
Maestro, I am finding second part of manuscript. It was in other suitcase, but that was from last hotel.
Thank you. Oh, Mrs. Clark, I want you to meet an extraordinary woman, one of the greatest artists in the world. I've engaged her and her colleagues to play in our production.
How do you do? What part is she going to play?
Dear Madonna.
She's been playing it for 20 years, and her mother before that, and her mother before her.
And 2 aunts before them. And one cousin who had stutter and was not so good.
Well, this is quite a surprise, Mr. Jaffe, and I assure you an unpleasant one. I won't say anything more. Goodbye.
Wait, Mrs. Clark, what's the matter?
Well, as I told you, Miss Webb, if I was going to finance the passion play, it would be with one proviso, that I would play the part of Mary.
What?
Oh my God!
Stop! Ida, show her to the door, and I don't want to see anyone after this except by appointment.
Come on, let's go.
I'll send for you.
For 300 years, Mr. Stop!
Out! All right, Mrs. Clark, if you want to play the part of Mary, you've got it. You're the Madonna.
I am?
Absolutely. We start rehearsal in 6 weeks. Ida, give her the address.
Oh, good. And you needn't worry about the lines, Mr. Jaffe. I know every word of the text, not just my favorite passages either.
Wonderful. Now, I'll talk to you later. Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Are you really gonna let her play the Madonna?
Don't be insane. I wouldn't let her play King Kong. The trouble is, I don't trust her. She could change her mind in a second. Here, when we get to Toledo, I want you to get this check cashed. It's on a Toledo bank.
The National Exchange. I know the president there.
Splendid. I'll endorse it.
I don't care to crow Oscar, but I would just like to point out that Ida Webb delivers in a pinch.
I've been thinking of promoting you, Ida. Remind me when we get to New York to find you a secretary. One that you can boss around all by yourself. Here, and put this in your purse. Now, where's that Bible? Ah, good. Where's my pencil? I'm gonna do a little editing.
That's what it is! Outrageous!
It isn't the conductor's fault, my dear.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Well, we were in the upper berth.
We were taking a little nap, that's all.
And the curtain was pulled back without warning, and this awful woman rushed in with a sticker and pasted it on the window. Conductor!
She's at it again. She's on the
I
loose.
just heard.
She's up and down the aisles with those stickers like a phantom.
Are we in danger?
Oh, not in the least, madam. She's being picked up at Toledo and will be there in just 10 minutes. Porter, please escort this nice lady and gentleman back to their compartment and make sure they're made comfortable.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's very nice of you. Come along, dear.
Our lives are at stake! These birds are running loose!
I can assure you, madam, she's harmless. Just a little crazy, that's all.
Conductor, when do we get to Toledo?
We'll be in Toledo in just about 7 minutes. She hasn't been giving Mr. Jaffe any trouble, has she?
Who?
The woman in D.
No, not in the least. Not our Mrs. Clark.
You don't happen to know where she's hiding by any chance, do you?
Hiding? What do you mean hiding? From what?
Well, we're trying to keep it under wraps so as not to alarm the passengers.
God almighty, man, what are you talking about?
Mrs. Clark, she's been putting those stickers up.
Oh, it's a damn lie. She's an executive.
Was an executive. We caught her red-handed. We took a whole satchel of those stickers away from her. Here, just look at this telegram. She escaped from some asylum someplace. The authorities are coming to pick her up at Toledo in just 5 minutes. Some sort of religious one, apparently. Thanks. Oh, and tell Mr. Jaffe I got those wires off.
Oh my God! Look at this, George. Mr. Jaffe is offering a car and a chauffeur, as well as my own maid and secretary. You know, I don't think there's been a contract like this before in the history of the theater.
I don't care what it says. I don't trust him. He's a coward.
Well, this $30,000 down looks pretty brave to me, George.
I'm telling you, it's a mistake to sign it.
You're my agent now, nothing more, so be professional.
I'm being
Would
professional.
you send that stick out of here so you can concentrate?
George, go outside. I'll call you later.
Lily.
Now, just go and stop worrying about the contract.
Makes a nice exit.
That's what Oscar said.
Come on now, girl. Just sign it. You know you're dying to. Here's the historic quill.
I don't know, Owen. Signing another contract with Oscar, it's like jumping off a cliff.
Into a lake of gold,
It will mean spending months with him all over again.
and you'll adore every second of it. Can't you see the man's in love with you? He's been pining for you for 4 years. Now sign this thing while the sap is flying.
All right, I'll do it.
Lily, stop!
Would you get out of here?
What do you want?
I need to talk to you before you sign that contract. Just for a minute.
George!
Please, Lily. If I ever meant anything to you.
Oh, all right. Well, but this better be good. I'll be right back, Owen. Keep it warm for me.
Toledo, now arriving in Toledo, Ohio. Watch your step.
Oh, has she sounded?
No, not yet.
Damn. Oh, and we've been fooled. This Clark, she's a lunatic. She escaped from some asylum.
What's that?
Clark, our on board to capture her.
Holy God. Have you told Oscar?
Not yet.
If I were you, I'd jump off the train.
It's not fair. She looks so real. I could have been a big hero. Oh my God. What if Oscar signed commitment to pay somebody, like Ringling or Strauss or somebody? He could go to jail!
Do me a favor and just kill yourself. I don't want to see what he does here.
It'd be awful. Quick, come on.
How dare you talk to me as though I were your wife or something?
Oh, God forbid.
Lily.
He doesn't want me to see Mr. Jaffe again. Well, guess what, George? I'm signing the contract, and so help me God, you have forced me into it. Owen? Owen! Damn, he has the contract. Thanks a lot, you idiot.
You're making a mistake.
Owen! Owen! Excuse me? Sorry. I'll check the bedroom.
Good idea.
Hey, what the hell is this?
This is Detective Barnes from the Toledo Police Department.
There's nobody there. We're looking for a passenger named Clark. She escaped from some asylum, and we're here to collect her.
Well, what's she look like?
She's one of those religious types. You can't miss her. She carries a Bible around all the time. She's always reading it.
In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. And behold, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, Do not fear to take Mary as your wife, for that which is conceived in her is of the Holy Spirit.
Aha!
What's the meaning of this? Help! Owen! Ida! Help! Please, someone!
You're making a mistake.
This woman assaulted me!
What's happening?
Kill the ruffian, Owen! She broke in and attacked me! Just kill her! Kill her!
Oh, it's all right, Detective. I can vouch for him. This is Mr. Oscar Jaffe, the theater man.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Jaffe.
Sorry, Mr. Jaffe. You made a mistake.
Well, kill her anyway!
There's a lunatic on board the train and we're trying to track her down.
Lunatic?
That's right, a woman named Clark.
Clark?
That's right, escaped from some asylum someplace. She used to have drawing room D, but now she's hiding. Oh, don't worry, Miss Garland. She's absolutely harmless. Nothing to worry about.
Just a minute, conductor. Is that Myrtle Clark, the patent medicine executive?
That's her, all right. Really sad case. She pretends to give money away, writes worthless checks. Apparently it makes her feel better. Thinks she's some sort of saint or something. It's a funny world, eh?
Oh my God!
Lily, it's all news to me. I've been bamboozled.
How dare you lie to me?
I had no idea myself. You've got to believe
You
me.
deceitful
I
wretch!
swear I didn't know.
Fool out of me!
Ida told me she was rich, and I believed her. She showed me her card.
Liar, liar, liar!
Wait a minute. No, I'm getting dizzy. Everything's going around and around. Oh, and Ida, some water, please. Water.
Look who's fainting! You fake! You lunatic! Oh, I can't stand it! Open the window! I can't stand it! I'm going to have a breakdown.
Hello, Lily. Who's the prettiest girl in the MCOM?
Max Jacobs.
Oh, Maxie, my darling, my sweetheart, my angel.
It's good to see you, kid.
Now listen, I learned a Somerset Mom play, and it fits you perfect.
What?
What do you say? We got a deal?
You bet we do.
No!
Leave her alone. I'm finished reading the play. You know, I had a feeling this whole thing in New York came from like a bunch of cloth and blue. Max Jacobs, I said to myself, the girl's in trouble. And if you don't have it now, you're gonna lose with that rat-faced, thumb-sucking, pompous jackass Oscar Jaffe. And that's when I was feeling kindly towards him. So if you can play Toledo, one of them small jobs, a Pied Piper, you get on the stinking train and I save you, bacon. And you call yourself an agent. You're good for nothing. You got no brains. You got nothing between the eyes. Because if you had, you'd see this whole thing coming straight at you like the Three Musketeers of the Apocalypse. And let me tell you something. If Jaffe ever gets her another show again, you're gonna lose it for good. Wait, here she comes.
Act 3. The last light of the waning moon gutters through the shimmering curtains. Emily struggles to sit up, holding on to the old rocking horse that gave her so much joy as a child. She looks around, and there's Jimmy sitting next to her, his eyes swollen with tears and opium. Oh, Jimmy, what is there to life that I have not had too much of? Throw all those silly medicines out the window. I'd like the room to look a bit more like it used to, like the nursery where we played so happily. Then Jimmy takes me in his arms, gazes into my eyes, and so, and I say, darling, I don't need more flowers, or more sunshine, or more laughter. You're all the springtime I will ever need. Then Jimmy starts to cry, sobbing into the pillow, murmuring, and so. Oh, Jimmy, poor boy, please, please, don't cry. Jimmy, open the window, just a little. Oh, is it raining? Soft, warm rain on a sad, broken heart. Jimmy, how did that little poem go? Oh my God, what a perfect death. So simple. Asking that heartbreaking little question about the poem.
Can you imagine these thinking chapters into it?
I haven't been so moved in years. Now there's a lover for you, George. He knows, he feels, he understands.
I understand.
You understand Bupkis. So what's the verdict? Do we go to rehearsal?
Max, I feel this play was written for me. It is my own life. It has joy, grief, tuberculosis. But the second act curtain has to be changed. It is I, not Jimmy, who must make the final curtain speech about his wife and children.
No problem. Someone will fix it right up. What is when we get off this train, we head straight to the lawyer's office. We'll drop your contract, an advance payment, no nonsense.
Now that's what I like to hear. Facts.
Lily, how much is he paying?
I'm paying plenty. That's what I'm paying.
George, I can take care of myself. Thank you.
But this is my job, all right? How much we talking?
We're talking what I say we talk. You should trust me. We go back a long way.
That's not the point.
Did you have any trouble finding Miss Webb and O'Malley?
No, sir, they were together in the observation car.
Good.
They were a little, worse for wear, if you get my meaning.
Drinking?
I'm afraid so.
Did you tell him what I said?
Yes, sir, I told him you said it was life and death.
Thank you. I'll call you if I need you.
Black what, sire? With their bagpipes.
I suppose you're both drunk.
Drunk or sober, we're here.
It's typical in my career that in the great crisis of my life, I stand flanked in between two incompetent alcoholics.
Listen, Oscar, we're in no mood for a lot of fuzzy lamentations.
I won't keep you long, Owen. Just a few words.
There's nothing more to say. I've eaten dirt and crawled on my face till I'm sick. What's that? Is that a gun?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean for you to see that.
Give me that.
No! No! I can see that you've guessed what I called you here for. To say goodbye.
Owen, stop him!
What do you want me to do?
Do you remember not long ago when I was Oscar Jaffe?
Would you cut it out?
My outer office was crowded with celebrities, cabinet ministers.
I ain't listening to another word of this till you put that fouling piece away.
For God's sakes, let's act like grown-ups for a change.
I know you feel blue for a little while, but it's better this way. Yesterday, Oscar Jaffe, the Wizard of Broadway. Tomorrow, a foolish old pest haunting theater lobbies on other managers' first nights. You wouldn't want to see me that way, would you guys? You'll remember me when you hear that wild sound in the night.
I can't stand it anymore, Oscar. You made me a complete wreck.
This is nuts. I'm leaving.
Goodbye, guys. Come, hail messenger of death, cold passport to heaven or to hell.
Hello?
Oh, dear God, I didn't mean to put the stickers up. It was just overwhelming. Please don't shoot me.
What?
Oh, dear God, please.
Stop it!
Oh my God!
What's that?
He's shaking. He has to be.
I've been shot!
Oh my God, Oscar, why did you do it?
No, she did it, the lunatic!
Hold on. Where'd she shoot you?
Near the sofa. Oh, God, I'm bleeding.
Here, lie down.
Give me that gun.
I'll get a doctor. Wait here.
He had the gun and he was pointing at me. It was his life or mine.
She grabbed it away and shot me.
It was self-defense.
Shut up. Stay right there.
Oh, God. I could see my obituary. Oscar Jaffe, killed by a lunatic. Also produced plays.
Listen, Oscar, do you need a rabbi or a priest or something?
No prayers, please. I'll plead my own cause before God.
Don't talk like that. They can't stop you. You'll be up in your feet in no time, you old wounded lion. You'll be up at the count of 9.
I've got a doctor. He's coming. How is he? Is he breathing? Keep away from him, you.
Please, don't go away from me now.
Never.
I'll do anything you say, I promise.
What's the matter?
What happened? Quick, doctor's dying.
Keep everybody out.
Keep back, give them space.
Who shot him?
Keep back. Keep this hall clear.
George, what's happened?
There's been an accident.
Max, what is it?
Jaffe was shot.
What? I have to see him.
No, stop. There's nothing you can do.
Max, please! I have to see him! No, Max, please! Oscar! Oscar!
I'm not surprised. This is often the case. A lot of excitement, but no damage.
It's not serious?
The bullet barely grazed him.
What are you talking about?
You're fit as a fiddle. No damage at all.
But I'm weak. It must be internal injuries. What about all the blood?
A grazing will often do that. You see, there are blood vessels near the surface.
I can't believe it. This is without a doubt the worst I've ever been through.
Wait!
What?
I have an idea.
Oscar.
No, not just an idea. An inspiration.
Oscar!
Quiet! Doctor, I want to play a little joke on someone. You can help me.
Well, I don't know if...
I know you have a sense of humor. I know from your magnificent manuscript of Joan of Arc, which I've practically decided to produce.
You have? Oh my God, what do you want me to do?
Just stand over there and watch me and say nothing. Ida, where's Lily's contract?
What?
The contract! She's going to sign it!
Oscar, please.
No! She loves me. I could tell from her screaming. Somehow, I gotta reach that love. Make her come to her senses. Guys, it's the last thing I'll ever ask you to do. Owen, go tell her I'm dying. And don't overact.
Stand by. I'll get her. It's a Jaffe production.
Conductor! Set that chair down center. No, just a little off center. There. Perfect. And the lights. Down, please. And a little music, like the last act of Camille.
It's all right. Mr. Jaffe wants to see her.
Keep back, nobody gets in here.
It's his last request. Make way for Miss Garner.
Let him through.
Oscar! Oscar!
Who is that?
It's Lily.
Bring her to me.
I'm right here, Oscar. Oh my God! I'm right here, Oscar. It's Lily. I'm right here, my darling. I'm right here. Please don't leave me.
The doctor says the bullet went right through his heart, so he can't talk much.
Who is that crying?
It's Lily.
Lily. Lily, where's your hand? Lily, where's your hand?
Why did you do it? How could you do this terrible thing?
Oh, it's for the best, Lily. They all went away. Those I loved and needed. It's getting dark. Stay just a little while longer.
I will. I promise.
Oh, dear, lovely Lily. No tears, please. It's not your fault. I only wish I could have seen you, held you just once more. Ida, where's the contract? The last one I drew up for Lily Garland.
Here it is.
Oh, it's so hard to die in this barren place. I only wish I did it when I got back to the theater, among the dust and echoes we all loved so well. Ida,
Yes,
the contract?
it's right here.
Ask her if she would care to write her name on it. That would be my monument.
Come on, Lily, it's his last request.
Yes, give it to me.
Here.
Here's the pen.
Hurry. Hurry. Give it to me while I can still see. I want to read her name on it.
Now let me through on that, Jacobs. Lily, don't sign the contract!
You're too late, Max Jacobs!
You scoundrel.
Herring salesman,
Thief.
liar,
Cheat.
office boy! Ow! My leg! Get him off of me!
Watch your step and back to the train. Need a break out, lady?
The 20th Century Limited, now arriving. New York City, track 27. The 20th Century Limited, on time.
In a way, I thought that the trip was kind of a little exciting, you know? Sort of kept me on my toes. Of course, it was my first time. Is it always this lively?
Only with the big celebrities. At one time, we carried the Marx Brothers. They couldn't leave the train. They had no trousers.
Come on, hurry. We better take separate cabs to the hotel.
Robert, this is New York. Nobody thinks twice about it in New York.
I can't believe that Javi's decided to produce a play by Somerset Maugham instead of me. It shows he has no taste at all.
I still don't get it. I thought you said him and Max Jacobs were rivals.
They are. But when Jaffe got Miss Garland to sign his contract, he had her all tied up. The only way Jacobs could get her back was to give Jaffe 50% of the Maugham play. So now they're co-producers. It was blackmail. They're all crooks.
And do you want to get into this business?
Desperately.
What I lose? 50% of the mom play, and I gotta buy a cage for an Ibis.
I can't believe she's leaving me like this. She's my Cupid, my Venus.
All right. What car?
To take Mr. Jaffe to the hotel.
Hotel? Don't be insane. It's straight to the theater.
There they are! It's them!
Over here, Miss Jaffe. Miss Garland, Mr. Jaffe, this way. Hold still, you agree.
Hello, guys.
Did you miss me, fellas?
Miss Garland, tell us, how'd you like Hollywood?
Well, you know what they say. It's a place where they shoot too many pictures and not enough actors.
Now listen, guys, I've got an exclusive for you. I'm producing a new play this summer by Somerset Maugham, with stage effects by John Ringling and music by Richard Strauss. Most importantly, it stars this country's greatest actress. It's Lily Garland.
Wow!
We're back together again, like Beatrice and Benedict, King Arthur and Queen Guinevere.
Caesar and Lucrezia Borgia.
Okay, thanks, fellas.
Thanks, guys. See you at the opening.
By the way, I want Chanel to design all of my costumes.
We use Schiaparelli this time.
Darling, you know nothing about
I
fashion.
merely created your entire look.
You don't even know Schiaparelli.
I invented Schiaparelli. Her name was Ethel Bumstein from Altoona, Pennsylvania.
Oh, stop it. Don't be in...
Just like old times.
Ain't it wonderful?
To the theater.
To the theater. Hallelujah.
Thank you.